That's a relatively long story. I'm going to try to make it as brief as possible. My brother was a musician, saxophonist, and I used to hear him practice. And, because he played, I started playing trombone. He played the saxophone. And I started playing saxophone at first. Then I changed it to trombone because I thought it was going to be easier. However, it wasn't. But I was inspired by my oldest brother, who could have developed into being a pretty good musician, but he chose a career in the Air Force on flying status instead. He was my inspiration, and that is the reason that I play. Growing up here in Savannah, Georgia, unbeknown to a lot of people, Savannah is, in some respects, always been a mecca for jazz. We've produced some of the most important jazz figures that people have ever encountered. People like James Moody, people like Trummy Young, like Ben Riley, and the list goes on and on. So growing up here, jazz was prevalent here. I was inspired by my brother, so my environment and upbringing kind of motivated me to become a jazz musician. Well, my mentor, a guy by the name of Willie Draper, he was a saxophonist from Savannah, unheralded, underrated musician who taught me the profoundness and importance of jazz. I thought I knew what jazz was about until I encountered him, and he really enlightened me to just how important and how profound the jazz is. But as a trombone player, a guy by the name of Benny Green first, and of course J.J. Johnson, and my last influence, a guy by the name of Ferris Folk, all great trombone players. Well, when I began playing, bebop was not that old, and that was the revolutionary part of music. So I'm basically from the bebop tradition, and due to my age, I haven't uh, toured the newer concept of jazz very much, but I'm entrenched in bebop and post bebop music. Well, they're really my approach is no different. What I what I compose is inspired from the standards that I've heard. So it depends upon the uh, the mood of the music. If it's something swinging up tempo, or whether it's something beautiful, I approach my original composition just like I approach the established standards because that's what I draw from. I choose musicians who are play as well or better than I do. I don't mind teaching, but you learn from playing with guys who can play. You share ideas, and even though you are contributing, you're also learning. So I surround myself with seasoned professional musicians who bring something to the table. Creativity will be. I think I would rather. Well, this is a definition for creativity because improvisation. Jazz is predicated on improvisation, and improvisation is a musician creating musically, yet adhering to all the principles of music and what he feels within the moment. That's a hard task. That's why I rate jazz as perhaps superlative form of music form. You know what you're going to play, and at the same time, you don't know what you're going to play. But you must adhere theoretically to the principles of the music and combine that with what you feel, and that's pretty hard to do. That's pretty hard to do. So that is the creative process. Oh, the name of my book is Keeping the Beat. It's a sequel to my first book. My first book was entitled The Up of the Downbeat. It chronicles my life as a jazz musician, and it pays homage to Savannah for preparing me for that life. And I just share experiences, both personal, musical, unusual, some not so nice, some very, very nice. But I am part of that as I have been traveling through this mystical life. And I have some very funny things, some very sad things, but it encompasses what occurs in the life of an average jazz musician. And keeping the beat, it has some of the same people from the up and the down beat, but since I wrote that book about 7 years ago, a lot of things have happened, and I remember a lot of things that I did not include in the up and the down beat, thus keeping the beat. And, a sequel and probably my legacy, I don't think I'll be writing anymore. Perhaps I will, but I think perhaps keeping the beat might be my last attempt at writing.